Hello, my name's Hannah. Welcome to the second episode of my knitting podcast called Knitting Archivist. Today is April 30th, the last day of April, and also the eve of May 1st. So that's why I'm a little bit on the party mood and have these serpentines and my daughter's balloon with me. Thank you so much for everyone who has watched my first episode already. It was quite scary to put that to the YouTube, but I'm here again. Hello. I have a couple of finished object here, so I think I will start with them. So at first, here's a Aglea shawl. This was test knit for Meijugope, and this pattern is published in Notions magazine. It's free pattern, so you can download it. I will put a link in my show notes. And I knit this already in February, and this was really quick knit. Here's a garter stitch and then some eyelet stripes, short rows, more eyelet stripes and short rows, and it's bind off with I-cord like this, and I really like the effect of the I-cord. It's also, here is I-cord edged, and this this other edged, it's slip stitch edge, so it looks a bit like I-cord, but it's not actually I-cord. It makes this edge really neat looking, and I used the yarns I used for this shawl are, this is Lustig yarns, sock yarn in Bingo colorway. It's very nice, light pink with speckles. And this second color, the contrasting color, it's hedgehog fiber sock yarn, and it's potluck colorway, bright neon yellow with speckles. And when Meiju was looking for test knitters for this pattern, I immediately thought about these two colors and was like, me. and so I thought that this would be my May 1st shawl. These very spring colors, light, but it's snowing actually at the moment, so I think this is too light to the weather, but it can't snow for the whole summer, so this will be my summer shawl. And the second finished object, which I can show you, is my May 1st shawl. Finally, I have finished my shockwaves shawl. As I told you in the last episode, I started knitting this shawl on July 26th, 2016. And now it's finished. I think this is more proper shawl for the weather of snow in Finland. This was really fun pattern to knit. It's a shockwaves pattern by Beata Jacek, the dyer of hedgehog fibers. And it's also a free pattern. I will put the link to my show notes as well. The yarn is La Bien-Aimée from France, and I told about the process of getting the yarn in last episode, and I got stuck in here, but when I got these colors right, then it was fast knit to the end. So I will tell you the names of the colors once more. This first one is Amy's Sweater. The second one is Tongue. And the third one is Happy Accidents color. I think last time I called it a potluck color, but it's actually Happy Accidents. And the last one is Ballet. And we had a little knit along with my friend, who is also archivist. Hello. To finish up a couple of forever projects, and well, I'm just extremely happy that I got this finished at last. It's really generous sized shawl. So this is what I have finished after the last episode. I have also 2 other finished projects, but those are not public yet, so I'll have to wait a bit more with them. So I think that next we will move to what is on the needles section. Still, I have Find Your Fade in the middle of making. I have also test sweater going on, but I can't show it yet. That's the project I'm mainly knitting now, but this is my my side project, so it takes some time. Last time, in the last episode, I was going somewhere here with the third color. The boombox, it was a leftover ball and it ended, so for the lace part I had to open another skein of boombox, and it's a bit more colorful than the first one, so it looks like that I have changed yarn here, but I haven't actually. It's the same shade of yarn. And then I have also joined my fourth color, which is Lustig Yarns Happy Monday colorway. And then I have moved on the fifth color, which is Oracle in Hedgehog Fiber Sock Yarn. And so the fade starts to look quite good now. Like this. So I have one more lace part in this colorway, and then I have two colors left. I hope I can finish this one for the next episode. And I think I can, because I don't have any other active whips going on at the moment than these two, the test sweater and this one. Actually, I did cast on the pavement sweater also, which I was planning in the last episode. I cast it on and I knit the what's that called, the ripping part, but I think that I will continue that one only after I have finished the sweater. And well, this starts to be quite big already, so it's not easy carry on project anymore. So I think I will have to start socks or some smaller projects also, which I can take with me and easily knit in the car or while waiting. I think this was on the needles part this time, and the actual subject which I was thinking for this episode is 8 shades of grey sweaters. So I thought to show my old finished sweaters and cardigans, which are grey. I think 50% of my sweaters and cardigans are grey, and one of them I'm wearing at the moment. This is a Warcho, sorry, I can't pronounce the name right, the capital of Poland, Warsaw, soft cardigan. This is patterned by Mayuk Knits. Sorry, I will take this off. It's a long cardigan with saddle shoulders and very clean and simple from the front. And then there's a lace panel at back. And this is my uniform, I could say. I wear this cardigan a lot. I wear this at home and at work. I think by changing the clothes under. This is just perfect cardigan. So the yarn I used for this cardigan is Malabrigo Arroyo in colorway Plomo. I used 5.29 skeins of yarn, so you can see the ribbing is a bit more purple here because I had to order 6 skein. The yardage wasn't enough. Anyhow, the Malabrigo colors, even if they are from the same batch, they differ quite a bit, so I recommend knitting from 2 skeins at the same time, alternating the skeins. Still, it might end up a little bit of stripy, but I think it's just a nice effect. It's well hand-dyed yarn, so it's all over. It's stripy, so I think it looks quite cool actually. This yarn is absolutely one of the yarns which I like most. The yarn wears really well. There's not lint much, little bit, but if you look the sleeve closely, it's quite neat, and I finished this cardigan on February 3rd, 2016, so it's 2 years old, over 2 years old already, and I wear this at least twice a week. So I have wore this a lot. So according to that, I can really recommend this yarn for garments. If you think about how it wears. And also the shape has stayed as original shape. It hasn't grown at all after finishing, and what else I could say? Well, I haven't washed this. Usually wool isn't recommended to wash that often. It's enough just to put it outside to fresh air, and so far it has been enough for this cardigan. Of course, if I would have peeled coffee or something, then I'd have to wash this, but I haven't washed this at all. So I'm very happy with the overall result. And then we could move on to the second grey cardigan. This one is Be Open-Minded cardigan. It's front open cardigan. I think I could switch so you can see a little bit better. This was also a test knit for Hanna Maciejewska. And I knit this one. I knit really fast on last summer in a little over a week. So this is really easy and quick knit. I can wear this open like this, or then close with a pin like this, but I usually wear this open. And this is also one of my uniform outfits at work. Of course, archivist has to have a grey cardigan. The yarn I used for this one is it's Madlintosh Pashmina. So this is really luxury yarn. Pashmina is extremely soft yarn. It has a little bit of cashmere, and then it has merino and silk. So it's really good for flowy garments like this. And the colorway in this cardigan, it's Astrid Grey, absolutely one of the most beautiful shades of grey, which is my favorite colorway. Some might say that grey is not even a color, but for me, this favorite color. And here's a really simple lace. It was easy to knit. Unfortunately, the pashmina doesn't wear that well. There's quite a bit of lint already in sleeves. It can't be removed. I have a sweater stone which removes the lint gently, but I didn't want to remove it before, because I wanted to show you how the different yarns takes the wear. So if you want a cardigan which is easy to take care, so the pashmina is not maybe the best choice. But if you are ready to have some work to take the lint out and want to have a really soft cardigan, so it's really perfect yarn for that. What else? Yes, so I have finished this on July 9th, 2016. So this has, and I haven't been wearing this one as much as the Warsaw soft cardigan. So this doesn't wear that well, but I really love this cardigan as well. It's so soft and warm and fits well. So let's move on to the next one. The next one is also a desk knitted cardigan. Well, obviously, because I don't finish any cardigans. And this one is Aureed. This is patterned by Meiju Knits. This is also open cardigan. Like this. And the hem is shaped. It's shaped in short rows. It's round, like that. And then there's a fun lace panel at the back, like that. And I mostly wear this one also open, like this. But it's also possible to have a pin here and wear it closed. I think it looks good both ways. Also, in this one, the lace was really easy to knit. And the yarn is Madeline Tosh sock in colorway graphite. This is not maybe the best wearing sock yarn, because from sock yarn I expect that it wears better, because usually there is always some. No, it's 100% wool, so there is no nylon to strengthen it up. So it's 100% merino. This is also a cardigan which I have been wearing a lot, but mostly at summer or spring, when the weather is warmer, because this is not warm enough for winter. I have finished this on March 26th, 2015. So it's also 2 years old cardigan, and I haven't been wearing it as much as the Warsaw soft. And this has been also, there's also a lint quite a lot. So I should give this also a sweater stone treatment. Yes. So I wouldn't knit socks with this yarn, but I think for sweater it's quite okay. It didn't peel that fast as the pashmina yarn. So, and it's also really soft as the merino yarn usually is. And what else you might want to know? I will add all the links to my project pages in Ravelry in the show notes, so you can go watching the actual pattern pages. There's some more information of the project. This is actually a dress. It's also a test knit. It's a hanket dress. I won't put this on this time. And this was a test knit for Justyna Lorkowska, whose designs I also absolutely adore. I don't know how I could show you better. It's very simple dress with lace yoke like this. This was cast on provisionally from here and then knit up here, and then the provisional cast on was picked up again and knit down here, and the rest of the dress after the lace yoke, it's just knit, and then the hem and cuffs are ripped, and the cast off method in the yoke and hem and cuffs, it's tubular cast off. I'm not quite sure if I can show it properly. Like that. So it's extremely neat way to cast off ripping or cast on a ripping without breaking the rip. It isn't very fast way, or also not the easiest way to cast off, but it's absolutely worth of the work, because it gives a certain polished look for knit. Here's the cuff ripping. The sleeves are I don't know how it's called. Well, they are not long, full length. Those are just little under the elbow here. And the dress, my dress is just below the knee, and I think it's the perfect length for the dress. And the yarn for this one, it's Knitlops Layer Tuulentytär in shade Hämy. Very beautiful grey. gray yarn, and I used 460 grams. Actually, I had just 4 skeins of the Tuulentytär yarn, but I had some very old skeins when the yardage of the skeins was more than today. So I was so happy to get a dress with just 4 skeins of fingering weight yarn. But of the normal yardage of fingering weight yarn, one would need 5 skeins for medium-sized dress. I have been wearing this a lot as well. This is one of my newest project. I finished this on September 27th, 2016, and I have been wearing this actually through the winter, as the winter wasn't that cold here this year. This year it's long, but not that cold. And the yarn, it's also 100% merino wool, and this has been wearing well. As you can see, there's just a little bit of lint, very little, under the arms and at the belly section, which gets most, I don't know how to say it in English, but pushed against each other like this. And it's also a really soft yarn, extremely soft yarn, so it's I think this is one of the most wearable yarns I have used, so it stays good for a long time, but it's still really soft. And then the next one, this is also a sport weight cardigan, and yet another test knit. The design is by Meiju KP, and this is one with huge collar, and the collar has cables, really easy, reversible cable pattern. As you can see, it looks same on the front and on the front. Maybe I should say back and front. And otherwise, it's just knit stitch. And this is also one of my uniform outfits at work, but I have been mostly wearing this at winter. Even though this is a sport weight yarn, the color makes it warmer than my other sport weight cardigans. And the yarn I used for this was the Uncommon Thread Everyday Sport. The colorway is Nimbostratus. Also, I think this colorway is one of the loveliest grey colorways on earth. Just perfect. And I bought 4 skeins first from Tititu when I visited there first time, and I didn't quite know where to use them. And then there was a sale in the web shop later, and I bought another 2 skeins. So 6 skeins in total, and the 2 of them were of course a little bit other shade, but it blended really well. So I can't tell which part is from which batch of the colors, but also I alternated the skeins through the whole knit. I knit from 2 skeins, and this cardigan was my Olympics project, Rio 2016, and I knit the whole pattern, the whole cardigan during the Olympics. It was so hot. Luckily I also got the knit at night time, so it wasn't that hot. And I finished this on August 27th, 2016, and have been wearing this not maybe as much as the others, and there is a little bit of lint in the sleeves, and little bit at the front side here, but I think this yarn is also one of those which wears quite well. Not as good as the Arroyo, but maybe the second best of my sport weight cardigans. It's also really soft, so I can wear it very close to the skin, like this. So, and the colorways from Uncommon Thread are absolutely awesome. I wish I could grab another amount of sport weight for another cardigan. I really love this yarn, and well, still I have to take this off for now, as we'll have to move on. The next one is very, very special sweater. This one is it's a light trails sweater. This is a design by Suvi Simola, and I also test knitted this one. This one I will put put on, because I always wear this with the white shirt. I test knitted this one while expecting my daughter. So this is quite old sweater already. The knitting is started from these cabled shoulders. It's also saddle shoulders down here, like this, and then the back and front are picked up from the panels of shoulders, and it's a very nice loose boxy shape on the body, and then tight, little bit tighter sleeves, and the sleeves are picked up from here and then knit in cable and reverse stockinette stitch down to the ribbing. And I have completed this knit on November 24th, 2013. So I completed this about few weeks after my daughter was born, and I chose bigger size than usually, because I was quite big then. Since that I have lost quite a bit of weight, but I think that still here is it's really nice to have enough of the positive ease around, and this doesn't look too big because it's a boxy sweater, one of the best parts of the boxy sweaters. And I'm sorry the color doesn't look right at all on the screen. It's not as dark as it looks. The yarn is Wollmeise merino, so it's the 100% merino yarn, and the colorway is 47HG. This is also one of my favorite grey colorways on the earth. And the Wollmeise is it's a bit different merino yarn than usually. The twist is quite it's tight, and it feels little like cotton. But it's not cotton, it's merino. And I have wearing this shirt a lot. So this is now 3.5 years old sweater, and there is no lint, not even here under the arms. At the front, I don't know if I can show you, but you can see if you look very closely that this has been in use for some time, but it looks almost like I have knit this yesterday. So if I would have to choose one yarn of fingering weight of which I would knit the rest of my life, it would be absolutely Wollmeise Pure. But there's just one problem. I love to use different kind of yarns. I'm not one yarn knitter, so if I would like to have only the most wearable knits, I would use this yarn. But I'm not very monogamous when it comes to yarn. But I can really recommend this Pure for sweaters and garments. And also this pattern. It's just one of the most perfect boxy sweater patterns. Okay, then let's change to the next one. This one is my most recent finished grey cardigan. Surprise, surprise, it's also a test knit. It's Rue Cambon by Hanna Maciejewska. This is a cardigan which can be wear as open cardigan, like this. And then there are those really funny little textures behind the shoulder, like that. Fox seams. This is knit in one piece, top down. These are fox seams, and then here are also buttons at the front. So this can be worn also closed like this. This is also one of my archivist auntie uniforms. The cuffs are knit sideways. This like this, with also I think this was slip stitched edge, so it's very neat way of finishing. My sleeves came out a little bit too long. I should have finished a couple of centimeters earlier, but I still like them at this length. It's a reverse stockinette stitched on the right side, which is nice change. And then the buttons, these are from lionwood. There's this bird on I think he sits on a cherry tree, and this I had been saving these buttons for a long time for a perfect cardigan. I had 6 buttons, and I thought that this grey cardigan would need just a little hint of colors. So these buttons came out from my button collection for this special cardigan. The yarn I used for this is Madeline Tosh Sport in colorway charcoal. It's also 100% merino wool yarn, and even though I had 4 skeins, I used 4 skeins for the body and sleeves of this cardigan, and I had enough yardage for the whole cardigan, but I think that Madeline Tosh Sport it's a little bit a rounder yarn, and it takes a bit more of yardage of it than little not so round sport weight yarn. I think that with pashmina I would have had the whole cardigan, and then I had to improvise a little bit because I didn't have time to order any more of the same yarn, and I didn't actually really want to order a new skein just for the ripping parts. So I took skein of grey Handu yarn from my stash for the ripping parts. It's DK weight, so it's a bit heavier than sport, and made the rippings with that. And I think that in the end this gave very nice effect, that the rippings are in a bit different grey shade than the original yarn. So it was a happy accident that I didn't have enough yarn for the as the pattern called. So there is differences in the yarns of the, even though the yardage is almost same, still the other kind of yarn might take little more of the yardage than the other. Okay, let's go to the next one. It's the last one. And but not the least, this silversmith hoodie, also a test knit for Meiju KT. And this is hoodie. The pattern has originally a button band, but again, right away after I saw this pattern, I knew that I want to make a zipper closure, even though I'm not good in sewing. sewing anything to knitwear. Still, I wanted to put a neon zipper. So this is a cabled cardigan. Cardigan with two different kind of cables. There's the other kind, and then these bubbly cables at the back. Looks like this. And then is the hood. Okay, so this one is worsted weight, and I wear this a lot as jacket outside, but I put winter vest on the top. This is really warm, so not any summer knit unless it will snow that summer, as it looked like that next summer we might have some snow in here. The yarn I used for this is Malabrigo yarn Rios. I used 731 grams of it in colorway Pearl 10. It's very nice, darker shade of grey. It's not as purple as it might seem on the screen. And I finished this one in October 27, 2015. So this is a bit older, and there is quite a bit of lint already. The Rios doesn't wear that well as the Arroyo, in my opinion. Although this is mostly, I have used this mostly outside, so I don't know if that has any influence on the matter. Oh, this is so hot that I have to I have to take this off for now. But really, this is one of my favorite cardigans to wear, but unfortunately I can't use it inside. I think I will put the read on me. That was the theme of this episode: 8 shades of grey cardigans and sweaters. If you go to my Ravelry project, you can see that I have made a couple of other grey sweaters and cardigans as well, but my mother has them. Either I have made them for her as the winterly, or then she has stolen them from me because they have been a little bit too small for me. So I let her to take them. But here are all the ones I have and about which I know how much I have been wearing them. It has taken also quite a lot of time, so I think I will not go to the planning section this time. Usually the podcasters have a mug of the day to show. I don't have a mug today. I have a glass. It's cider. And then I also have a donut, which I have been baking myself this morning. So I wish you all very, very happy May 1st. Or hyvää vappua, glada vappen. Bye bye. See you soon next time. Bye.